Walter, I was literally about to play the Mamma Mia soundtrack.
You're kidding! We could go dancing, we could go walking. I love how I love how her argument is so crystal clear. Like, we'll still get to spend time together, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Oh, chef's kiss.
I like how comfortable she is being a second choice. I could never.
I'm so glad she's okay with waiting around for like 30 years for the sequel, where then it happens that they get together. I'm so glad she's okay with that.
Walter, we saw Mamma Mia 2 together, and I could not tell you a single thing that happens in that movie. I do not remember it.
I remember one part, boat scene and Dancing Queen, because Dancing Queen happened. I
remember we got yelled at in the theater for being too loud.
This is when you saw it with the cast of Parade, right?
Yeah, weren't you there though?
I wasn't in Parade. Also, I wasn't there that night. I went and saw it.
Where you were there?
Yeah, I went and saw it, and it was so funny. I was just like, it was so bright. It was such a bright and colorful movie. It was definitely just, I was like, wow. And then I left, and I was like, wait, Meryl Streep was only in that for one scene. What am I paying for? Like,
but let's get started. Let's move on with the show. Hey everyone, my name is Lou Johnson. We're coming back at you for the second installment of our Wednesday afternoon variety shows, where we basically just give a virtual platform to whatever we would like to see performed, which is just a lot of us. So let's get into it.
And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Walter Marion, and like Lucas said, let's do with it and get into the news. Lou, take it away.
Okay. A truck in Tennessee crashed and created a delicious mess that spilled from a tractor trailer hauling 40,000 pounds of macaroni and cheese. Cheezosaurus Rex, a retired mascot of Kraft Mac and Cheese, was sad not to be receiving his delivery of a week's worth of mac and cheese.
Local officials in the Philippines enforced quarantine measures and handed out relief packages while dressed as Star Wars characters. Officials are planning to dress as more fictitious characters, such as Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, and a DVD copy of Paranormal Activity, just to make sure people are staying inside.
And next, we have a very special guest. Father Nature himself, the caretaker of all living things on Earth, is here to make the best out of an unfortunate situation.
Hi, everyone.
Nature, welcome. What do you say to the people on Earth?
Yeah, so I'm really glad to be here. And I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. So there's a global pandemic, you know, and everyone's inside and not experiencing nature. And I thought I could just fly under God's radar, but now my cover is blown. And I just want to say, I'm sorry. Whoops. Yeah, it was a funny story, actually. It was actually an accident. I was trying to make bats, like, cooler, and something went wrong, and all of a sudden I'm pressing buttons and flipping switches, and whoa, bam! And I just wanted to say to everyone on this beautiful green earth, it's like really hard being me. It's hard, man. Like there's a lot of pressure and everything. Like I keep running out of ideas for new plant and animal species. Like the last one was that blobfish thing. I'm sure you saw in the news. And I thought it would be like cool, ugly jello, but that was just stupid. And that was a PR disaster up in heaven. Not to say my career's been flawless. You know, flamingos? That was a prank at first, but then everyone took it seriously. And they're just here now, and they're so stupid. Why did I stand on one leg like that? Is that supposed to be cute? I'm stupid for even thinking it would be funny. And like, oh, and like jellyfish? I thought it would be like cool, edgy spaghetti. But they're so stupid. They don't do anything. Nobody likes them. They're like, oh, and like Australia, I just woke up one morning really hungover, and it was there. There with all those horrible creatures. And like half the stuff I put in the ocean was a total failure in general. Like, you ever look at a sea cucumber and think, who thought that would be a good idea? Me! I thought it would be a good idea. And it wasn't. And I'm scared of whales. I thought they would be cute, but I have nightmares like every night. Sorry. I'm stress eating so much these days. This is disgusting. Why did I invent vegetables? They're just the worst fruits. You know, cauliflower. I thought it would be like a cool, hit broccoli 2.0. You know, this old one was such a flop, but everyone hated it just as much. I invented sugar a couple million years ago, and everyone loved it, and I just went downhill. Now I'm basically a deadbeat, and everyone hates me. Sorry, this is super unprofessional. This is water from the fountain of youth. It's like the cure to every disease, and no one ever found out about it. I thought it was going to be like a cool, hip, like trendy treasure hunt that would keep humanity occupied for a couple hundred years, but everyone just forgot about it. You know, my brothers are all doing so much better than me. Father Time is like this hotshot star, but all he ever did was tip over an hourglass. Put that in your tabloids. And Father Space made like billions of BS useless planets, but none of you are smart enough to go see them, so he's just off the hook. Anyway, thanks for having me or whatever. Sorry I'm such a wreck. You know, all these fossil fuels aren't doing any favors for my complexion. Oh, I gotta go. I have a pitch meeting with the Angels where I'm gonna try to get rid of mosquitoes. Wish me luck.
All right, thank you so much, Father Nature. In other news, novelty toilet roll cakes have kept a Finnish baker in business. A quick-thinking bakery has saved itself from financial ruin by creating a cake that looks like toilet paper. We have something similar here in Alameda, where you can get a cake from the Encinal High School bake sale, and it'll just taste like toilet paper.
Oh, jeez. All right, now for our next segment here at Variety Wednesdays, we're excited to welcome two new guests to our show, here to tell us about Memorial Day. Please welcome Morty Goldenchew and Patrick Doohickey.
All right, hello, everybody. I am Morty Goldenchew.
And I'm Patrick Doohickey.
And we've been asked on by Mr. Marion and Mr. Johnson to talk with you all about Memorial Day. It's a day of memorial. And, so we're going to talk with you about some very, very impactful yet often forgotten and unknown wars. But first, an introduction.
Yes, I'm a professor at...
Shut your goddamn useless mouth. You hear me? I said first an introduction for myself, okay? Okay, so I am a grade A certified genius, and I work at MIT. That's the Massachusetts Institute of Tea. MITEA is actually the official spelling of it. And I do great work there. I'm a very smart gentleman, and yes. So now, Patrick, you can introduce yourself, okay?
All right, and I'm a professor at the University of California.
I swear, I'll rip out your tongue and choke you with it if you don't shut your trap right now. Okay, you hear me? Do you hear me? Do I make that very clear? As I've been saying, I've been interested in wars ever since I I was a little kid. I found a book in the freezer, a book about wars in the freezer, next to the schmaltz and the herring and the corned beef. And ever since then, I've just been very interested in wars. And now you can introduce yourself, Patrick. Okay, now.
Okay. I'm currently a professor at the University of California at Berkeley, who studies early American history and warfare.
That's fine, just fine, Pat. Okay. The first war we want to talk about. That's a we thing. The first war we want to talk about is an often forgotten war, but it's actually very important to our country's history.
Yes, the Civil War fought between the North and the Southern seceding states.
Back up, Mr. Johnson. Can you please mute the professor? Mute him. All right, thank you. So actually, the first war we want to talk about is it's the uncivil war. Yeah, that's right. It's the Civil War's more uncouth cousin. So people often forget about it. It was a terrible war. I mean, there was spitting, there was cursing. There was people they didn't clean themselves. There was no civility anywhere. There was schwitz everywhere. There was schwitz in the armpits, schwitz in the underpants. I mean, it was disgusting. People were walking around. They were stabbing each other in the guts. Yeah, they were putting their heads on pikes. I mean, it was horrible. There was no civility. It was just terrible. Mucus flying everywhere, and there was no couthness in sight. From what I read, a terrible war, and we should remember these soldiers. All right, now you can unmute Patrick, Mr. Johnson.
Okay, Morty, I think you're a little bit confused right now. The civil in Civil War refers to like being within the states. I want to make it clear that there has never been an uncivil war in the U.S. before. I don't know.
I will come over there, remove your spine if you have one, and stab you repeatedly in the gut over and over again if you don't shut your lying pile right now. You hear me, Patrick? You hear me? All right. I came here to respect our fallen soldiers, not to be heckled. Not to be heckled, are you? Okay. Now, the next war I want to talk about, Patrick is just, I don't know what's wrong with him. The next war I want to talk about is the war on anxiety. That's right. It's often overshadowed by its older brother, the War on Terror, but it was just as bloody and it's just as important. So the War on Anxiety was started on 12/11 when there was a Turkish militia and we suffered a great panic attack in America. Not a terror attack, a panic attack. Okay, worst panic attack I've ever. It was terrible. I mean, it was really awful. So then Dan Quayle, who was the vice president at the time, he sent troops over to Turkey to fight. They got there and why am I in Turkey? What's happening? Why am I in Turkey? It was a real mess. I mean, you can only shove so many soldiers up a turkey's asshole before it gets a little cramped and they're a little uncomfortable. And it was
Morty. I don't think you should be joking around about the War on Terror during an informative session for our viewers. First of all, Dan Quayle wasn't vice president under George W. Bush. It was his father, George H.W. Bush. And we shouldn't be making fun of the War on Terror. That dark period in our country's history is not something we should be making light of, Morty.
You think this is a joke, Professor? I have never felt more disrespected in my long journey on this beautiful, beautiful planet. Never. I mean, shame on you trying to turn the sacrifices of our brave soldiers into slander against me. Okay, you hear me? It's really, really disgusting. Yeah, Johnson, you mute him again. Mute the nunnik. He makes me sick. Makes me really, really disgusting. Okay. All right, the very last war I want to talk about, Patrick, we can just ignore him. Last war I want to talk about is the Cheese Curd War. That's right, the Cheese Curd War. It was fought between the U.S. Army, the beautiful U.S. I love them. I love our country, and the Kurdish people. They live in Armenia or some country like that. So it was fought using mainly dairy products. So milk, cheese, yogurt, you name it, and it was shot out of cannon at high speeds towards enemies. And it's thousands, if not millions, of people died. Let me tell you that. It was very upsetting. All right, you can unmute the professor now to see him try to deny history. Okay.
Okay. I was never muted, Morty. Okay. All right. First of all, look, it's not related to dairy. They're Kurds. Okay. I recognize you are trying to commemorate our soldiers who fought for our country, but nothing you have been saying has been factual. I can't allow you to spread misinformation like this, Morty.
All right, that's it.
All right. To all the viewers out there, I have no idea what Morty was talking about, okay? None of those wars he mentioned were factual.
Hey, you slander me! You slander me! That's your last time slandering me, you hear me? You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. Nothing happened, okay? You hear me? Take me off of this thing.
Oh my god. Oh wait, do I have it on the wrong side?
Yeah, so right to left. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, take him out. Okay, you got it. Well, first off, thank you to the amazing historical professors that were just given here. Wow, I can't believe they lived together. That's insane. Who would do that? For those of you who do not know, Lou and I are seniors this year, and we are so happy that we get to host the show, and we're so happy that we get to graduate too, because we're onto greener pastures. And as our 4 years of high school are coming to a close, we want to take a moment to reflect on all our experiences. And so we wanted to take this opportunity to do our valedictorian speeches for you, because our schools are not having a formal graduation. So, thank you all. Thank you, Principal Linklater, Dean Superintendent Martha.
And thank you to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love you guys. Cowabunga.
Today, we honor the amazing graduates of the class of 2020.
And we honor the amazing Blue Power Ranger for keeping humankind safe from the evil Green Power Ranger.
It is without a doubt that this high school class has been through a tumultuous time that will define their academic career.
But not as tumultuous as the Battle of Hogwarts. Ha! Voldemort has no-nos. Ha ha!
But it is with great pride that I look upon my fellow peers and see more than just students. I see creators, engineers, artists, teachers, and most importantly, I see the future.
I did not look upon my fellow students with great joy and see the future that time people told me it was backwards pants day. That's not even a real spirit day, Harrison.
However, this class has lived in shadow for most of these years. Our academic career began in the midst of a country in political turmoil.
Yeah, country as in cross-country team, and turmoil as in they wouldn't let me on it because I didn't want to run because my mom could have just given me a ride to the finish line.
We have lived through the rise of global temperatures year after year, never relenting.
Yeah, those temperatures keep going up because Gigi Hadid keeps getting hotter, am I right?
We have witnessed the religious persecution in countries all over the world.
Like how I was religiously persecuted in 10th grade for doing skate tricks in front of Trinity Lutheran Church.
But still, we have stood steadfast in the face of adversity and met it with a smile and a fight without weapons, but with words and understanding.
Unlike how Eli Featherstone and I fought during passing period after I accidentally bumped into him and made him drop his Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I may not know my place in this world, what my job or career may look like.
But I do hope it is easy because I do not like working hard.
Sorry, brief speech interruption. I may not know what my place in this world is, what my job or career may look like.
But I do hope it is easy because I do not like working hard.
But I can tell you this. It belongs right next to these accomplished students, right next to the class of 2020.
Some of us more accomplished than others. I once saw Jackson Elliott eat those off of the floor.
After all, Gandhi once said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world."
So I will be the college admissions process because the way that works definitely needs to change.
Thank you all, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Cowabunga!
Thank you all so much for indulging us in our graduative needs.
Wait, can I go on a tangent?
Yes.
I would like to show my decorated Survivor graduation cap. I may say Alameda High School.
Oh, that's
I
good.
love Survivor.
I have nothing so far. It is just a blank canvas.
I have my cool 2019 tassel because I didn't want to buy a new cap and gown, so I use my sister's.
Oh, you got to get with it with that 2020 look right there.
2020 vision.
I can't see straight. All right. Anyway, thank you all again so much for indulging us in our graduative needs. Up next, we have our first musical guest. Please give a warm welcome to the amazing performer and rising junior at the Manhattan School of Music in New York, Jeff Blair.
Jeff Blair! Yay, Jeff Blair, I'm your biggest fan.
Blair!
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, when the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you never dare because you don't care, when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast. And you know things now that you never knew before. Not to the sky. Only just when you made a friend and all, and you know she's big but you don't feel small, someone bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach's stone and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you long for the things you know and the world you left and the little you own. The fun is done. You steal what you can and run. And you scramble down, you look below at the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. And you're back again, only different than before. Not to the sky. There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky.
Hey, Jeff. Yay. Jeff.
That was so good.
This is such a prime moment for me and Walter to actually interview you. So if that's okay.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yes. Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but we all met at the same time, right? 2016.
Yeah, at around the same time.
Guys and Dolls?
Guys and Dolls callbacks, I think it was.
Guys and Dolls callbacks. Best day of my life.
Yes,
we
it
all
was.
did the musical Guys and Dolls together. I played Harry the horse. Understudy Nicely Johnson. Walter played Lieutenant Brannigan. Understudy Nathan Detroit. And Jeff played Benny
South Street.
What's his last name? South Street. Benny South. Yo, he was Benny South Street, understudy Sky Masterson. True story. And we did Guys and Dolls. But the weird thing about Guys and Dolls is there are like 2 songs that the boys and the girls are in together. So the rehearsals would be like just guys or kind of just girls. And so
I still remember when our director was like, guys, you gotta act like he's like throwing the dice and it's about to land on something cool. She rolled the dice and it immediately landed on Snake Eyes and we all freaked the hell out.
Do you remember when that happened during a show?
Oh my God.
And we all drain our excitement.
I literally
a big part of Guys and Dolls is about like the gambling, and they would roll the dice, and we can't control what it's going to come up on, but we would say like, "Aw, Snake Eyes," but then it did it, and it was such a trick of fate. But Jeff, yeah. So topical interview question. I would love a mini little breakdown of your first impressions of me and Walter when you met us.
So the thing is, Lou, when I first met you, I didn't really think much of you. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. He's a pretty cool dude. But when I met Walter, I didn't realize, like, here's the thing. I could tell by Walter, oh, this guy's fucking crazy. But I didn't realize how crazy he actually was. And then we just started because a lot of times we would have to sit in front of the tables and just watch Alex and Chachi do their thing, and we just spent a lot of time together. And we started hanging out, and we were just kind of like, oh, we're the same kind of crazy. But Lou, I started hanging out with you. When I started hanging out with you, I kind of realized, okay, if I'm going to hang out with Walter, I need to hang out with Lou, because here's the thing: Walter's going to rile me up, but Lou's going to bring me back down real quick.
Jeff doesn't like me is the headline of this.
No. Lou, I like you more than most people that I know at school.
More than most people you know at school like me, or that you like?
That I like.
Okay, next.
Oh, wait, can I ask a question?
I like you.
Walter, jump in with an interview question.
Jeff, first off, it's just so good to see you. I've missed you so much, man. Quarantine is very hard on me right now because I can't play D&D with you. So I wanted to ask, so Manhattan School of Music, you are a current attendee. What is going on in the fall? Are you going back to Manhattan, and are there any musicals you're interested in there? Are you going to be doing some mad piano classes? Are you going to be singing in the jazz bars?
Well, here's the thing. I've actually been wanting to comment on your jazz bar thing. I actually have been trying to look for that, but I don't think I have to wait until the summer ends, because I don't think many of them will hire me because I'm not 21 yet. But I mean, also when it comes to going back into the fall, we have no clue. We think that we're going to go back in the fall, but the school is just kind of there aren't any promises at this point, so don't get your hopes up. They haven't even announced our next season for shows, which last season was very fun. We just weren't able to finish it. It sucked because it was my first season there. It wasn't my first show, but it was my first season. But we have no idea. We may have to stay and do online classes, which would be truly terrible, because many of our classes would have to be where we just kind of set our computer on the bed, and we just are just kind of we're dancing, but we don't know if we're doing it right because the teacher isn't there. It's a very weird, very confusing situation, and none of us like it.
Yeah, understand.
That sounds really tough, Jeff. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to ask one more interview question to close it out.
Go ahead.
Jeff, as someone who is both friends with me and Walter and went to college and made friends, do you have any specific advice for me and Walter about how we can make friends at our colleges?
I mean, the biggest advice that I can tell you is just there are a crap ton of clubs that you can do, and I go to a conservatory where there aren't that many clubs. So if you guys go to a normal college, you guys will have a lot more opportunities to find clubs and find people that you're interested in. So just try to do as much in your freshman year as possible, because once you start to do things in your freshman year, people will start to know you, and it'll be much easier to maintain that friendship throughout sophomore year. Because I had a tough time with that, because I didn't do jack in my freshman year, and it was weird making friends of people that I've known for a year already in my sophomore year.
That's really exciting.
Join a club. Join a club.
Join a club, join a club, join a club. That advice also applies to high school, specifically Alameda High School. Join the drama club because everyone just graduated. But thank you so much.
I would say join prom committee.
Oh, Walter, you were on prom committee and you didn't.
I was.
I still feel bad for you.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I got to have a little safe social distancing prom with my girlfriend, which was so much fun. And it was funny too. Okay, so here's your bouquet. Oh, thanks. Here's my boutonniere. Yay, yay. Okay, good night. Yeah, we were pretty safe about it, and we got to also take some pictures, which was really fun. But definitely, like, I'm not at all mad about an idea of, like, if my school, can kind of pull it together, says, hey, we're planning on doing a little shindig during the summertime, dress in your Sunday best, and I go, well, c'est la vie, am I right? And you get to wear a new outfit. Oh, it's great. Okay.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm always happy to do this stuff.
You're so cute. Oh, Jeff.
Love you.
You have to wait for
Oh my
Jeff.
No, wait for Jeff.
For Jeff. That's for him, even though he's not here anymore.
Way to go, Jeff.
Back to the news. We're going back to
the news. In other news, a South Carolina restaurant is partially reopening for dine-in customers and keeping the tables compliant with social distancing guidelines by filling the empty seats with blow-up dolls. They're also offering half-off meal prices if you bring your own.
A New Zealand-based robot company is testing the effectiveness of using robots to herd sheep instead of sheepdogs. Border collies everywhere have filed for unemployment. Some farmers anticipate they will unionize before summer is over. That joke would have killed if we were in the local. I'm telling you.
Dog in and just held her. I'm like,
the fact to know that I'm being hilarious alone in my bedroom is truly painful.
My dog from a distance. It was either a package or it was probably you. So you have that.
Moving right along. Our next musical guest is a junior at Alameda High School and a good friend of mine. Please welcome Anshita Lakshmis to the screen.
Hi.
Hello, Anshita.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Thanks so much for inviting me.
Oh my gosh.
Of course. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
And a quick little YPM plug. If you are interested in performing, being a musical guest or comedy guest, DM the Instagram at Young People's Mic. We are always looking for acts. We're trying to put this on every week, but we can't do it alone. Yeah, please. Anshita, you're a junior getting ready for your senior year.
Yes, I am in denial about that, but yeah. I'm scared. I don't want to be a senior. I was just a freshman like 2 days ago, and now all of a sudden my junior year is over. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is very much a crazy feeling. But think about it. Like, you've got one more year left, and then you're out. It's, oh my God, it's free. It's kind of
Yeah.
Right.
I know me and Lou always just talk about things, and it's stressing me out.
I'm pretty sure I talk to Anshita about college every day of this school year.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, let's go ahead and do your thing, Anshita. I don't want to.
Yeah. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Anshita. Like Lou said, I'm a junior at Alameda High, and I'm going to be singing some songs for you guys. So the first one, I'm bringing out my guitar. The first one is a song called Bubblegum by Claro. My friend showed me this song like a year ago, and I really liked it. So I'm going to sing it for you guys today. Hope you enjoy. Sorry I didn't kiss you, but it's obvious I wanted to. Bubblegum down my throat and it's a curse, but my luck couldn't get any worse. 'Cause I swallowed the bubble gum. Oh, and these 7 years will be pretty dumb. Pink flowers grow from my skin, Pepto-Bismol veins, and I grin. You look so nice in your shirt. It's sad because it just hurts. I'd do anything for you, but would you do that for me too? 'Cause I swallowed the bubble gum. Oh, and these 7 years will be pretty dumb. Pink flowers grow from my skin, Pepto-Bismol veins, and I grin. All right, that was Bubblegum. So the next song I'm gonna be singing, it's a Billie Eilish song. When I was a sophomore, I had a huge Billie Eilish phase, which I feel like is a rite of passage for teenage girls. So yeah, this is called "Come Out and Play." Hope you enjoy. Wake up and smell the coffee. Is your cup half full or empty? We talk, you say it softly. I love it when you're awfully quiet. Quiet. You see a piece of paper, could be a little greater. Show me what you can make her. You'll never know until you try it. And you don't have to keep it quiet. And I know it makes you nervous, but I promise you it's worth it. To show 'em everything you kept inside. Don't hide. Don't hide. Too shy to say, but I hope you stay. Don't hide away. Come out and play. Look up out of your window. See snow, won't let it in though. Leave home, feel the wind blow. 'Cause it's colder here inside in silence. You don't have to keep it quiet. Yeah, I know it makes you nervous, but I promise you it's worth it. To show 'em everything you kept inside. Don't hide. Don't hide. Too shy to say, but I hope you stay. Don't hide away. Come out and play. All right, that was Come Out and Play. Thank you so much for listening to that song. I know Billie Eilish is such a bandwagon thing now, but some of her songs are really good. I like them a lot. My final song is a song called Cigarette Daydreams by Cage the Elephant. It's my favorite song at the moment. I really like this band, so yeah, I hope you enjoy. Did you stand there all alone? Oh, I cannot explain what's going down. Fudge. I can see you standing next to me, in and out, somewhere else right now. You sigh, look away. I can see it clear as day. Close your eyes, so afraid. Hide behind that baby face. Do, 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 do. You can drive all night, looking for the answer in the pouring rain. Wanna find peace of mind, looking for the answer. Funny how it seems like yesterday. As I recall, you were looking at a place, gathered up your things and slipped away.
Okay, it seems like Anshida's having some technically difficult moments, but she'll let us know in the chat when she's ready to pick up where she left off.
Yeah.
I love that song. I love Cigarette Daydreams. I don't know.
Oh my god, yeah. It was just such, oh my god, I was so relaxed, like just hearing the guitar, it made me so happy.
Do you remember, I think you were there when at YPM when my sister came and sang that song?
No, I don't think I was there.
It was December 2019, right? No, it was
I'm so glad you know.
December 2018 YPM.
I'm so glad you know the date off the top of your head.
I love the Young People's Mic. It's actually my favorite part of everything. But let's should we jump into our next segment?
Yes, absolutely. Let's jump right in.
If we can get Anshida back, let's.
Yeah. And also, for any people who are interested still in performing, please DM the Young People's Mic and we can get you on. We'll get you on. We'll have you perform.
You're the biggest fan.
Yeah, biggest.
So, do you want to read the first letter? I mean, we have been receiving overwhelming amounts of letters asking for advice.
Overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
So the first one says, "Dear Walter and Lou, I've only been eating butter noodles during quarantine, but I'm getting sick of them. Do you have any ideas for other yummy foods? Much love, Hungry at Home." Do you want to start off?
Other things to eat besides butter noodles. Good.
Well, what did you have last night? You said it was really good food while we were working. It was some.
Oh my gosh. Since I'm special and I'm graduating high school, my family actually got Burma Superstar, which was the highlight of my week.
And what is it? What is it?
It is Burma Superstar. I don't know. It's Burmese food. we get the garlic noodles. I don't really know. This is
it's Burmese.
less
said that so confidently.
I don't know what else I eat I don't know what I get at Burma Superstar. I just know that I like it. What else to eat besides butter noodles? You know what they sell at Trader Joe's?
What do they sell at Trader Joe's?
Dark chocolate covered blueberries. I eat them like chips.
Well, so here's my thing. I despise blueberries with a burning passion. Yeah,
No.
I cannot stand blueberries.
Walter, they're so good.
Sorry, mini tangent real quick. So I have 3 points on why I don't like blueberries. One, like 70% of them that you do eat will end up tasting sour or bitter. That is not enough of a good percentage to be like, oh, this is good, and I can just plop it in and I can have a nice day. Sometimes you'll like plop in 7 and then you'll get to the good fruit. Like, are you kidding me? You expect me to wait for 7 blueberries? And then they don't know what color they are. They do not know. And this is 2 points in itself. So if you peel back the skin on a blueberry, Lucas, do you know what color that is?
I do. Calling me on it.
What is it? Yes, Lou.
Green.
Exactly. You know what else is green? A grape. A grape knows what it is. A blueberry does not. And then if you poke it, like you just poke it with one of the little prongs on your fork, what color does it bleed? What color does it bleed? Yes, Lou, 2 for 2.
Purple.
Purple. I have not encountered one fruit in this world that is naturally purple, but that's beside the point.
What about plum?
Okay, that's
Or like grape.
I was saying that. It was coming out of my mouth, and then I realized it was wrong.
I can
And I
said purple fruits.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, there are lots of purple.
Okay, moving on to your blatant lie. Back to blueberries.
Moving on from blatant lies and fact, let's talk about the fact that blueberries are a bad fruit, and this is final. But if covered in chocolate, do taste nice. I will admit.
I think blueberries are in my top 4 favorite fruits, but I'm not going to beef with you because I am a very picky eater. I do not like tomatoes or soup.
Soup.
I have had soup a sum total of 3 times in my life. 2 of those times were on New Year's Eve. The first time I was 14.
Wow. Wow. What kind of soup were they?
Chicken noodle twice. I don't remember what the other one was. Oh my gosh.
Tomato soup was a weekly
miso soup.
Oh.
I don't like ketchup. I don't like tomatoes at all. Like not even like in like pasta sauce. I can tolerate pizza, but that's the sum total of the amount of tomato I can have.
You can tolerate pizza. I could eat a whole pizza by myself and feel great about it. I'm just
saying. Have you ever had a pizza without the tomato sauce?
Yeah, it's called truffle pizza. You like the Trader Joe's one? Yeah. I'll make it for you sometime. It's delicious. Make it for me.
Fun fact, one time Walter came over to my house and we tried to make Impossible burgers. They were not that great, but we really did try.
We also thoroughly burned them.
Oh, and it was like smoke in my eyes.
It was a lot of high risk, low reward.
In a pan, which looking back, not our best move.
Well, we got the instructions. We just turned it up so high on the stovetop, and we were like, "What does it say? Medium heat?" And then we just slapped it on, and we were like, "Oh, it's on high. Don't worry, it'll cook faster." And then it didn't. It just got.
A little tangent about my oven. I've since moved. I used to live in this old house with this old oven where things were color coded, and the stove levels were warm, low, 2, 1, high.
It's like they gave up halfway through the design and then started a new design to finish it.
It was not good. But
yeah, really pan out.
Things to eat besides butter noodles. What is there? Let's think about it.
Well, okay. Have you ever had might just be one of like the family recipes that have been accumulated in my house, but have you ever had a tortilla casserole?
No.
All right. let me enlighten you a little bit about like magnifica. So you get a tortilla on the bottom of a big pot, and then you put like pasta and taco sauce, and then you put taco meat and then some taco seasoning. You get some cheese in there, and then you keep repeating that layer all the way to the top tortilla, and you just drizzle all of your leftover cheese and your in the pasta sauce and just all this yumminess, and then you cook it. You bake it for like 100 minutes or something. Actually, it's very short, maybe like 30 minutes. And then you serve it, you dish it out. It's kind of like a very tall cake. And so you slice it up and you give it to your family, you give it to your friends, and you say, here, I bestow upon you this wonderful gift. And they say, well, I don't know about this, but then they have that face you're wearing right now, and then they try it, and they love it. They love it. I guarantee it. If you need a recipe, ask me for it. I will provide, because oh my goodness, your life will be changed after tortilla casserole. And it is such a step up from butternut squash soup.
We just answered that question for you. Some things you can eat besides butter noodles: blueberries, chocolate-covered blueberries, tomatoes, soup, tortilla casserole. You have 5 new items in your diet. Next advice letter, I'm gonna read off my telephone. Are you ready?
Yes, always.
Dear Walter and Lou, my cat keeps killing baby ducks and it makes my mom cry. How should I stop this? I put a bell on him, but he chewed it off. Please help. My mom won't stop coming into my room and asking for a hug. Thanks a ton.
Well, wow. The cynic in me wants to say kill the cat, but that seems rude.
Well, what if you just loved on your cat so much and gave him so many kisses that he didn't want to kill ducks anymore? Because, Walter, I don't know if you know this, I have cats now.
You have cats?
I kind of have cats. Do you think you could hold down the banter for like 30 seconds while I go try to find my cat?
Of course, yes. Go get your cat.
You, Walter.
All right, gosh. So what makes me think about this is moving the baby ducks. That seems like, I also know there's some basic research on the fact that he is a cat man. It's about time. There is some basic research that cats will hunt and then bring you the owner, the carcass or the thing they have hunted to say, hello, I have hunted this. Hello, welcome back. I was just talking about cats and the reasons why we hunt. It's because they think we're bad at hunting.
These are my cats. She's real mad at me right now. Don't go away. This is Jenny Linsky.
Jenny Linsky.
Don't go away. Okay, I'm gonna put you on the bed. Don't go away. Just stay there. And this is Gray Kitten. Gray Kitten has many names. Some of Gray Kitten's most infamous names are Pee Pee Poo Poo, Sweeties. I don't know what else we call her. We call her Mabel sometimes. She's so fuzzy. She give me kisses. But yeah, so I think my cats have never killed a duckling. Maybe it's because they're only 6 weeks old and they've never been outside and they don't even know how to run. But maybe it's just because you're a bad cat owner and that's why your cats want to kill ducklings and mine don't.
It's like credit score. I have a bad credit score because I don't have a credit card. I'm a bad cat owner because I don't have a cat.
I'm seeing in the live comments questions about the movie Cats 2019. Walter, have you seen Cats 2019?
How do I say this? I needed to get away from every movie theater as soon as I saw the trailer for that, because personally I did not see it, so I don't know how much I can judge it. Lucas, you've seen it a fair amount of times.
I'm turning off my fan because it was scaring the cats. I actually saw Cats 2019 twice, once on Christmas Day and once on New Year's Eve. So, true story. The 3 worst things about Cats 2019. I'm going to limit myself to 3. The actors meow. They like meow, but they only start meowing about an hour and 20 minutes into the movie is the first time it happens. The second worst part about Cats 2019 is the CGI shoes. If you can imagine, they like clip through the floor. It's actually terrible. And the third worst, and my least favorite thing about Cats 2019 is I like the musical Cats. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a fine musical. It's okay. It's like, it's a musical. It is what it is. In the songs, they'll say things like, they'll be like, McCavity's a tabby cat. And then the actors won't match that description. Like, one that really stands out to me is in the song Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat, they say, and he gives a wave of his long red tail. And then it's a like brown cat. Or like in the song Mr. Mephistopheles, he says, I am quiet, I am small, I am black from my ears to the tip of my tail. And the cat has like a white tail. And it's like the least you could have done was make them match the description of the cats. But
that's just poor animation on their part.
It's a crazy movie, Walter. I would recommend it. If you've never seen Cats and you're interested in it as a concept, or if you like cats, it's worth the watch. But if
sorry.
I'm gonna take a left turn. Or do you have something on this road?
Well, it's so funny because the thing I've heard about Cats is just how perfect it is. Like in regards to the dancing and the animation, is that it's so perfect that there isn't room for error. It's wild. I heard in one of the tap numbers that Jason Derulo's going crazy or something to that degree. And then at one point, you realize, oh my God, he hasn't made a mistake. There's no like little movements that you could critique. It's all so seamlessly perfect. And I'm like, I don't know. The dancer in me is definitely going like, if I see someone mess up, I think it's hilarious. And I'm like, pick up with the show. You got it. So to see Cats just being perfect, fear, anxiety.
I think the worst part about Cats.
All right, and then
so I'm gonna keep going this way, and then we're gonna take a left turn. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, left turn.
In the musical Cats, there's this old man, and he's like the classic old man character in movies. And they were like, you know who should play the old man in Cats? Judi Dench. And it's like this whole thing where it's like they never really like why I don't know why it's Judi Dench. It really and then at the end there's this part where like a lot during the musical Cats they address the audience directly. But only in the last 5 minutes of Cats 2019, it's just Judi Dench straight at the camera, half cat CGI. And then she starts talking about like cat food, and the other cats are like, it's so scary. But left turn, if you like the musical Cats and you're like, what else is just as weird as this? Let me try to tell you on Andrew Lloyd Webber's best musical. Starlight Express. Walter, you know about Starlight Express? For those of you who don't know about Starlight Express, it is pretty much the same plot as Cats. Like down
rollers.
Except instead of them being cats, they're trains. But the real thing about Cats and Starlight Express is the plot itself. Like if you were gonna do it as a play with no songs, it would be like 4 minutes long. But what happens is a new character shows up and they say, "Who are you?" And then we have to do 5 minutes of a song about who Rusty the Steam Engine is, or who Mungo Jerry and Rumple Teaser are. Like we can't just move forward. We gotta.
Lou, you are the only one in the musical theater world who can name characters of Starlight Express off the top of his head, and you should be honored? Question mark? Debatable, but oh, it's so funny. I have a book on stage lighting that I really enjoy a lot. It's actually really cool to look at because it talks about, you know, all of the mechanics that go into it. It also talks a lot about the history, and I'm just like, yes, this is so good. And so what drove me crazy was the fact that, like, it's in the round, it's on roller skates. It's just, oh my God, the chaos of all of it. And it's the front cover is Starlight Express. And I was like, oh my God, could they have done anything else?
Well, speaking of front covers, I think this segment would make a good back cover for our show. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please let us know if you're interested in performing. Oh, we never answered the cat question. Don't let your cat eat ducklings.
And don't let it go outside. In fact, it's a house cat now.
Give it kisses. Give your house cat kisses.
So many kisses.
I'm just gonna copy whatever dance you do.
Oh wait, okay, piano. Oh. That's been Variety Wednesdays with Walter and Lou. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and please let us know if you're interested. DM the YPM Instagram or hit us up on YouTube. We'll be there. Thank you so much, y'all, and have a great rest of your night.
There's a fire in my soul. Just one look and I can feel the bell ring. One more look and I forget everything. Whoa, Mamma Mia, here I go again. My.
Yes, banana.
Banana.
Just a show again. My. Just how much I missed you. Yes, I'm broken hearted. Since the day we parted, I got you, I ever let you go. Mamma Mia, now I really know.
There's 2 bananas. Yeah.
Bring all of the bananas.
I was angry inside when I knew we were through.
Walter, next week should we dress like the bananas?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't have a banana costume.
Aw,
so.
no banana.
It's back.
Yeah. This is my favorite part of the show so far.
Just dancing with a banana.
Here I go again.